And welcome to episode 31. It might not look like it, but there's another crisis happening. You see, crime is apparently a thing, and when I look at the police station here, there's quite a bit of it. Luckily for me, I do have some money to splurge for now. This is one place that's having trouble with crime. This was another. I've already built a new police station, and it's handling it fine. Now that there's a good amount of people. Uh, yep, these now need to expire. This is almost full, so I'm actually building a new prison, still a small one, and a distribution office just for this prison. And all of that is delaying what I actually want to do. What do I want to do? Finish this down, set up nuclear production, and let's see, how are we doing here? Actually, alright. There's a last bit of road that probably would need some kind of mechanism. Yep, it's solar units away. I started placing some buildings. I figured out might as well use these prefab houses for the corners because it was actually done eventually. Like, when the old houses in all city centers start falling apart, they would be replaced with prefab houses, and they're actually kind of similar height as well, which is nice. Uh, Pedestrian gates just so that people can get in and out of there. Um, and something similar here. We have these blocks of buildings, and then I realized that, hold on, how are people actually going to get to the bus stop? Luckily, if I put down footpaths with street lamps, they can. Shopping center, a hospital, a new police station, which should in theory reach out to this town as well. I might actually give this place a proper full-sized prison. And they might then go work at the nuclear fuel fabrication facility. Reconstruction is in progress. I pulled the rail through here. This is going to continue towards the customs house. This then to whatever industry setup I actually have here. For starters, we just have a container space facility thingy. Aggregate store for the heating plant. I did not start pulling up any actual pipes, but that's fine. And yeah, other than that, we're doing fine. We're exporting oil. It's giving us a healthy amount of money, actually. Yep, we have plenty of gravel. And as long as I can handle the construction out here with mechanisms, everything's fine. And yeah, this is just going to be a very boring time to set up everything. And then I realized the problem. I won't be able to build this. Not until I get people in. I can, in theory, make a bypass. Will that help me? Probably not. I do actually like the look of this though. So, also dismantling this would, again, cost a lot of time and resources. Actually, let me see. Assign construction. Select everything here and bomb. You can't reach that. That's fine. Do not construct this. You are producing us enough power for us, so we have that. I'm gonna say let's get power pulled into here. That. And you will need to build this. I just hope that everything actually is in range of that, because I didn't even check. Barely. Okay. Let's go back to our own problems. Yeah, just sell this. Because you can't get repaired over there. You're still fine. You're fine. This house apparently has super high criminality rate, or at least had just a while ago, but yeah, there's still some people in their 30-60%. Nah. We'll fix that. They might have high criminal score, let's call it that, but I don't think there's that much crime happening. Good thing we actually have a figure for it. Okay. All crimes covered by... Ooh. People just violent out there. What the hell? Chill, people. Cool. How's the research? Oh. Oh, you're telling me we're done? Cool, let's go with uranium separation techniques. And just put everyone to it. We have plenty of university educated people, especially out here. If this office would actually tell me how many. See, the problem is that I don't really go into these with a plan in mind. I just kind of vibe things into existence. Oh, you cannot be done with mechanisms. You can. Can you do any of these? No. That's fine. You could do the gate. Would that be useful? Probably not. What about you? You cannot be built probably because of this fence. Now you can. Um. Yeah, and everything else is fine. Then I guess let's plan water. Problem with water is that it will need to be a fairly big setup, which can cover the needs of the city. And it probably might need to be somewhere out here. It's either that or like directly here. In which case, I need to figure out where will I put the water towers. Because besides producing water, we will need to store water. Let's see, I don't have any excavators available. So, let's just build the biggest water treatment plant that I have. That's probably this one. Let's rotate you, put you in. Huh. You don't like this, do you? Where are all the outputs? Actually, it's good. You just need power, which you have here. No excavators still. In that case, let's buy some more. So we will have that here. I guess the actual water wells could be out in this area. So because there's not much else that we can do with this. If I really wanted to, I can give them another fence because I just like fences. Yeah. They have this simple fence gate by none other than Robs. Which is a lot better fit for just something out there with water production in mind. I could even put the facility over here. Provided I don't just clutter it too much. Anyway, water wells. We'll use these small ones. Do you produce garbage at all? No. So that's fine. You will get a fence. Oh, nice. Nice. Cool. It's round. I don't like that. Hold on. Yeah, this works. And the water treatment plant actually can be right here next to the school, which all of that is supposed to get torn down. Because again, we will have a bus stop. And that's important. The having of bus stop is important. Could I give you a fence? Yes. Of course I could give it a fence. Who do you think I am? Where did I put it? Here. Here. Yep, we can do that. It's fine. We'll need even more power out here, which we can abuse this one. And then we will need to bring in the high voltage wires to power the rest of the city. Holy shit, that's going to be a lot of power. What about this? Done? Cool. This? Done. Cool. Oh, it already has prisoners in it. Give me these and refrigerator. Yeah, this is fine. Simply load here, unload there, go. Let's paint you some color. Cool. You still overloaded. Still nobody working there. Yep, this will need a lot more investigation. And and I don't think I have the mental capacity to also to fix problems and talk at the same time. Doesn't go together too well. Speaking of fixing problems, you will need power, which you can get probably from there, but, and this is a very big but, I don't know how much power these things consume. Half a megawatt, but we don't need it. We need this one. 1.2. A 1. So it's 3.5 megawatts. I might need to pull out another. You're not consuming that much. Do you have any open? It's tempting. That's very tempting. You will not have enough power. But it's tempting. Yeah, let's just not. We will also need power for this city. So, instead, let's pull high voltage from that to about here. Let's give it a split. Yeah. No, not you. Sign construction. Cool. 14 megawatt wires and back up the hill. And there. Now we will need a full setup for splitting power. So we'll need a high voltage switch, right here, and we will need one transformer for that area. And one for the town. Where will I put it? Probably here behind the police station, honestly. It's fine. You can actually connect to this. And build that. Start building this. And yep. Accept construction of this. We can get away with 8 megawatt wire. You will regret this. Yes, I will. It reminds me, which wires did I put here? The 40 megawatt. Okay, good. So let's pull 10 megawatt there. Let's pull 4 is not going to be enough. Let's say 6 here. And 6 here. Cool. And everything will be with underground wires in here because I really do not want to bother with the overhead ones. I also like these pylons, they just look right. Now, what kind of a setup can we make? Also, there was the option of also having the separation plant. Daily consumption of 36 tons of uranium ore. Is that worth it? Let's actually check this. How expensive is this? Current price. Uranium oxide. Let's say 3,500. Not 500. What is it? 50. 3,000 divided by 50, we'll have 60. Now you compare it to the actual production, which is 36 divided by 1.7. That's 21. So let's say 3 times. You could save quite a lot on the inputs, and we could just be importing uranium ore, and once we start mining our own, we could actually be a bit cheeky and bring our own uranium out here. Cool. So now I need to move this around. Pull this rail back. Change this. We will instead have a bigger unloader. If you want to fit like this, there is a road. Yeah. Let's remove this for now. So, where was I? Big unloader. You could even pull this back. And now I can actually fit this a lot better. Right. Even like this. The path. Rail in here. The rail thing. Here. There's going to be a crossover in front of this. So that's uranium import. Uranium storage will need to be there. Da-da. 36 a day. Let's see. I think that's so it's 30 days. I do not want to be running the trains too frequently, but also you can imagine what a train bringing in 2,000 tons of uranium would look like. So let's just plop this one down. That's fine. So now we have uranium. Now let's see how much chemicals that actually costs. None. That's cool, actually. We need to figure out where exactly I put it, probably right in here, and then that's going to feed into one building, that's going to feed into two buildings, and then I realized that people need to actually walk there from the bus stop. Yeah. Probably some kind of a what do you call them? Overpass? Yeah, we've done underpass. Now we can do overpass. And then I realized that hold on, this is a one-way road, and it doesn't fit. And none of this actually fits. So what am I going to change? Probably the bus stop. And probably I'm going to change it a little bit more. I'm gonna... Yep. This is how it's going to be. It's going to be in there. And then the overpass is going to be like this, essentially, and going back behind the aggregate storage to all the factories. Supposing that I don't block myself with this conveyor belt, which I probably will, so they will have to go around. But they should still be close enough to where that's not an issue. Cool. Will I need an intermediate storage? Probably not. You do have pretty solid internal storage. Open storage, 30 tons of uranium. That's fine. The only problem will be the cost of these factories, but we're making a steady income. So we need power, we need heat. This is going to come from there. We need water, we need sewage. Now we do have water. Now we need sewage. Which probably just means using this cheeky road that I have and bringing the sewage out here. That's going to be city sewage. If it lets me. Are you kidding me? Is there an issue? There you go. Yeah. You will probably need a gravel road. At least at some point. So you can do that. So that's sewage. Now I need to lay all the pipes. I need to figure out where to put all the heating, which I'll probably put into these courtyards. Um, Roughly here. Roughly here. And I zoom out and realize that one of them would have been fine. So now it covers everything. Cool. And I can use underground pipes too. Oh damn. Oh damn. Yeah. I can't put you in there because that's apparently a known bug. No, from there. So that's the pipeline. Water we can just put somewhere in the middle. Yeah, you can even cover the cups. That's fine. Price them out. You cover everything. Don't even need a full-on. That's. I'll probably put the sewage on the other side. There, and I'm thinking a sewage switch. Just in case. I said sewage switch, and I built a water switch. Very usual for me. Yes, that's the correct one. Let's bring the medium pipe in. Like that. Big one in here. We are probably going to need some kind of an intermediate water storage. Let me see. This is 19 meters high. This is 7. This is 21. I was going to say this is probably going to be fine. But knowing my luck, it's probably better to get an actual new one. Water. Can I fit you? Supposedly I can. Remove this. Do a foot bath. You will need a water pump of your own. Like that. And a big pipe. Now I need to connect you. Yep, you're going to just be digging for ages, but that's fine. We can afford that. And now just a connection from here to here. Cool. And then probably very similar deal to bring water in here. I don't know if... I don't think they actually need water. No. Just chemicals. Worker can work with low education. We ran out of educated people out here. There might be an issue. You work at the school? You can get a couple teachers. You're almost done with the uranium separation. I love how it says working on your research. Yep. And we can start asphalting the road, I guess. Yep. Let's get rid of these depots. We will not need them for now. Minimize the amount of nodes. And start asphalting. Number 1, do this. Number 2, do this. Yeah. And because I have a crossing there, you can do this as well. And you have a shortcut, so actually you can do this as well. Yeah, and then we will have a fast access route to this town. Which is a good way of killing time when there's nothing much happening out here other than the massive oil mining operation. Yep. The next thing, we will need to be setting up this, which I'm gonna go off camera because yeah, it just involves doing this zooming all the way in and like manually jiggling things into place, making sure that you do not actually build the road, because that would prevent you from placing anything else next to it. And yeah, enjoying a lot of symmetry. And then there will be this on the other side, this next to it, that it's. I hope you see the vision. Like, this will look nice once it's done, but until it's done, it's going to take a while. Heating problem, that's probably that place, isn't it? Yes. It's probably why they are unhappy. Research program finished. Let's start the next one. Let's not set everyone to actually work on the research. And with that, I will see you in the next one. Goodbye and have fun.